you trust your crypto assets to centralized exchanges that actively sell your private information and front-run your trades? Would you like to buy and sell your assets without any middlemen, intermediaries, or robots? Do you like paying slippage, fees, and having the price go up as bots steal from you on low-liquidity decentralized exchanges? The solution is rejuve.ai. Set your guaranteed buy or sell price. No middlemen, no slippage, no bots, ever. Buy or sell 1, 10, or even 10 million tokens, and you never have to worry. OTC trades are between you and the seller or buyer, guaranteed by audited smart contracts and no human middlemen. Nodemarket.io.
You're listening to the mellow sounds of Digital Investor Radio. Brandon, do you think I could be a radio guy?
I don't see why not.
I don't see why not either.
Smooth jazz in the morning with Nick Black.
You know what? I already have my show figured out. My show would be the late night bone-in mix.
Dang it!
But
I went smooth jazz in the morning, and you went late night bone-in mix. Okay.
Yeah, but not boning not boning the gross way. Bone in, because late night you're going to Denny's. You're getting the T-bone steak, the bone-in T-bone steak with a pancake and 3 eggs. Are you hearing what I'm saying? The late night bone-in mix. We get Denny's to co-sponsor.
How can you be so? I want to say bipolar here. But that's not the correct word. How can you be so willing to go to Boulevard Steak and understand that exists, and then know that Denny's exists as well, and still eat at Denny's? How can that exist in your world?
Because you can eat at Denny's for the price of valet parking at Boneyard.
That's 100% true. But still, you can go to Texas Roadhouse and still eat for the price of valet parking and enjoy a good steak.
Okay. Do we have any technical mumbo jumbo we need to get through?
Yes, this is getting a little bit out of control over at Singularity Net, Singularity DAO, as you guys probably know. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. I did make the one full video on how to take your tokens out of the Singularity DAO unbonded vaults. There's a difference here between the unbonded vaults and then the if you go over to this website, this is the AGIX staking website. I guess there's a lot of people that have staked their tokens over here. There's an unbonding period for the AGIX. Apparently, they're still having people, because their wallets won't connect and stuff like that, they're still having people go on Etherscan, and this one's more complicated because you have the unbonding period. So I have to assume, and this is just me walking you through this, because I have to assume either the guy running their websites decided to take a 3-month break and decided not to fix any of these things, because there's no reason they should be having to go over to Etherscan. But if you are having trouble, the other ones, the unbonded vaults is easier, and they sometimes have those fixed throughout the day. This one's a little bit more complicated because you have to wait for the staking pools to open so you can unlock them, and then you have to pull the tokens off. So I'm going to try to walk through Etherscan.
It's not that there's an unbonding period; it's that there's a window, and you have to be within the window to exit. Now, anytime in the window, you can deuce out, but you have to be within that window. And I believe the window was either 7 or 10 days, at least.
Yeah.
Before, when I was on their shitty site before, stuck in their shitty staking with their shitty contracts.
Yeah,
Which, by the way, isn't it weird that people staking were stuck, but when they wanted to claw 100 million tokens, apparently those weren't stuck at all. Isn't that weird?
Easy to get out, easy peasy.
Don't it seem like we was the only ones that was stuck?
Yeah,
Heavens
that's crazy.
Bless your heart. I don't know what they doing over there.
They're probably over at Denny's eating steak, and they probably passed out and didn't make it through the day.
Gall darn right. Oh,
anyway, I know. Go.
Oh, to Sarah's comment, to purchase in Leave now, it's all wallet to wallet. I don't think you need an NFT now, right?
Oh, that's a good point. We should take that functionality off. It's still locked. I got to take that off. I'll take it off.
Oh, yeah. So he'll take that off, and then anybody will be able to purchase the token, because now it's freely. I guess this is technically tertiary market, third market trading, but this is what they would consider secondary market. So it's trading among wallets. There is none left from that original allocation that was all subscribed yesterday. So now it's just sloshing around. All right. Okay, there was another question I thought I saw. Let's see. Let me just keep going through the hellos. Hello. Look at all these hellos. Damn fine morning to everybody. Oh, do you want to know what flavor coffee today?
I already know. Let me guess. Christmas tree root.
Close. Red velvet cake.
Oh man. Red velvet cake. That was my actual third guess.
What do you mean you got shot? Cisco, you can't say something like that without more information. You mean you got shot with a gun?
It looks like it. Don't come to Kansas City 7-Eleven on Independence Day Avenue. Wait,
you
so this
actually
is real?
got shot? That's badass.
No, shot at. Wait, tell us the story, Cisco. Come online. Tell us the story.
That's pretty badass. 2 guns? So 2 people shot at you, or 2 people had guns and 1 people shot at you? Or was one guy with 2 guns and he shot 1 gun at you? Or did he shoot both guns at you? Was he like a gunslinger?
Yeah.
Like Billy the Kid?
How many guns did you have on you, Cisco? That's what I want to know.
You know who we know who it wasn't. One dude with 2 guns? That's some John Wick.
So
shit.
he was
he wasn't John Wick. Because if he was John Wick, we would be talking to Cisco through a Ouija board.
Through my grandma.
Yeah, that's right. No, she would have already picked his pockets. He wouldn't have anything left.
That's true. You don't own a gun? What kind of world are you living in, Cisco?
I don't own a gun either. I own many.
Yeah, okay, there we go. I'm like, there shouldn't be a world in the United States where you don't own a gun.
I don't own a gun. Actually, though, all my weapons are non-lethal.
That's fine. That's good. I mean, I think there should be home self-defense.
Yeah. Oh, no. If you get caught in my place and you don't know where you're at, you're getting chopped into bits and fed to the cats. And apparently they'll eat it. They will eat human flesh.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem with that.
All guns.
Okay. Do we have any other technical stuff? Obviously, the Leeb token that's done. And let's see, would owning NFTs from no market be equivalent to owning shares in stock? No, because it would be more equivalent to having like a pass to like a gym or something like that gets you access to all these, or maybe it would be like a backstage pass, maybe to like an event where you have a bunch of different musicians. And then also on the way out, they give you part of the gate.
It's art.
Yeah, I mean, it's for us, it's a way that people get to participate. It's a way that you guys get to be in on stuff before other people in as close a way as we can to giving you what accredited investors get. And there's no other way to do that without just giving you cool access, But yeah, you're basically buying artwork with gratuities. All right. My gym doesn't pay me back. Yes, it does. It pays you back in them gains. You're getting them gains. Look at Brandon's gains. He used to wear a halter top, and now it's a tank top.
Debatable gains. As you get older, you get weaker.
Yeah, but if you don't, then you look like those people. You know those people that don't work out. Okay. If you were to sell Node Market, so this is actually something we've pondered you've got to ponder all these angles. So if there was ever a buyout of Node Market, they would have to then go back and buy out everybody that has an NFT. And this happens a lot of times when you have a takeover in the equity space. One company buys out another company. In order to buy out their equity, they offer them some over the market price, some higher than average. So they'll say, okay, we'll pay, 1.5 times what the stock price is. We'll pay a premium. They'd have to pay a premium. So they'd have to make everyone whole and pay a premium. So you would still win. Although we don't really, they would have to be a lot of money, man. It would have to be a stupid amount of money for us to even consider it, because it's just Brandon and I, and we enjoy it. And
well, here's the thing: when we're in control too, I think stuff gets done, and we understand the vision. This is going to be a longer term thing because we understand the vision of hypercycle. Right now, we're already working on the coding to set up the pools over here on Node Market for the hypershare owners when you have a hypershare. So we've started to write those back-end Merkle tree, those scripts and stuff. So we're super excited about that. There's just so much that I think we can help our community with and other communities coming in here. Oh, by the way, NLeap, a couple people at DPCs have asked this. How many of the non-digital investors, non-DIs, purchased NLeap? I think there was quite a few. I can't tell how many because of wallets or, anonymous and all that stuff. And, but we had a lot of NFT purchases, direct to NLeap purchases. So I know that they weren't like old DIs. There was a couple probably, but then I can basically deduce that we had a lot of new people buying NLeap outside of our community, which is kind of cool. How do you hang your art? We have, you have one of those things behind you? No? We gave these out at the DPC thing. I don't have any either.
Anyway. We actually have the NFT. Oh, there was something else I was going to say real quick. Other companies, just so you guys know, other companies that have nodes that do various things have started approaching us about creating node market, an avenue for them to sell their own version of nodes through us. We've entertained a couple conversations. We haven't so far found a good fit because of a variety of reasons. Sometimes it's just not that interesting to us. Sometimes it's not really AI and it seems a little spammy. But people are starting to approach us. At some point, some other projects are going to look juicy, and we will look at, launching their nodes, dashboards for them, and things like that as well, which everybody here would have access to as well. So, the future.
I can explain the detail of one of them because it's good for you guys to know. One of them was cool because they were selling media licenses, very similar to node licenses. They were selling media licenses. If you owned a media license, what this company does is they did basically Zoom calls for Web3. Everything was operating on a blockchain that they created, which is really cool. And then these media licenses would be set up around the world. So if you bought a media license in Germany, you would have your media license running on your machine in Germany. And then if another person had theirs in Los Angeles, it would ping closer so that there would be lower ping time and the calls would be more instant than a delayed, like, hey, I am talking to Nick. And then Nick hears me like 2 seconds later and then talks back. So it was really good. I actually used their service, and all those media license holders would then get revenue for the business enterprises signing up. But the issue that we ran into was these guys wanted to do this blast launch where it was tiered pricing to where the first 100 people got this one price, and then it went exponentially higher. And they were trying to do a blast on multiple marketplaces at the same time. And I felt like their main blast was just to get the media licenses out. And then I don't know that they thought the few steps down the road to be able to sell actual people using the Zoom conferencing and stuff like that. So there was a little bit of issue there, and we didn't pull the trigger, but they wanted us to be, they were willing to give us almost anything to list on Node Market, but we weren't ready for it yet. Well, not ready. We didn't want to do it because of their other plans involved. So
my problem with it was the idea of multiple node marketplaces, plus they were launching a token.
Yes, so the token didn't make sense a lot.
Yeah, you can't have two floating assets. What I mean by that is you can't have a token that's going to go up and down in market price and business licenses that also go up and down because they're on 20 different markets. You have to, something's got to be fixed. It can't just be a bunch of floating bullshit assets out there because nothing means anything. And you can't get value. You got to nail something to the floor. Something's got to be nailed down. So
Well,
if the token's going to float, the
yeah.
node licenses can't float. It can't be like, oh, I bought one from Brandon for $40 and I sold it to Sue for $740. What the hell? Because then invariably, if you had an exchange that was making money, they would go to the cheaper exchanges where the licenses were cheaper. They would snatch them up and resell them, and you would just get a bunch of weird behind the scenes bullshit, and that's not good for the actual participants that are just trying to enter the ecosystem, which is why we took over node license sales for Hypercycle, because also it was getting all spammy over at that other place that we do not mention. And the prices were here and there and everywhere, and they were keeping track on a piece of fucking toilet paper. And like, so it was bad. And so again, grab this asset, clean up the marketplace, stabilize the price, make a fixed permanent price schedule so that everyone knows what to expect. Now the token can do whatever it wants. You don't get beat up. Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, there was a few issues, but yeah.
Let's see. You say we're on the verge of crypto bull run. These are opposite market conditions. Well, not really. Crypto rad. So remember that macro doesn't necessarily determine a nascent market. So you can have macro factors. Think how small crypto is. It's smaller than I mean, it's not even a third of the gold market. The gold market, the stodgiest old, pull your dentures out, watch CSI reruns of Las Vegas on CBS, like that. So we have a tiny little market, around 2 trillion. Actually, it's about a fifth of the gold market. And I think there are companies in the S&P that are worth more than the entire crypto space. So we're in a tiny little space. And so you could say we're still kind of in an early adopter phase. Yeah, there's financial products and things like that, and that's all good. But it hasn't had its explosive run. There's no reason the whole digital finance space would be 1/5 the size of gold. That doesn't make any sense at all. And so until you have a market that has surpassed that, you're in this early adopter, anything goes Wild West phase, which obviously you see that. And is Benjamin Cohen credible? No, he's a douchebag who's been just talking stupid with his technical analysis for years. He's got tons of followers. He's never been on the right side of a call. Anyway, Benjamin Cohen is the Kramer he's the Kramer and Mark Cuban baby. If Mark Cuban and Kramer had a baby, it'd be Benjamin Cohen with triangles and anyway. So you can be in a bear market in the macro and still have bull market explosions in tiny micro markets. Right?
The same theory if you break down our market right now, right? So you have Bitcoin, Ethereum, all kind of trending lower. There's meme coins doing 1,000x's every day. 1,000x's, right?
Yeah. Less than before, obviously. Less than before.
Yeah.
But
less than
because
before.
gamblers gonna gamble. Now, as the crypto space absorbs more investment capital and it gets bigger and it gets more institutionalized and there's more participation by big firms and ETF exposure and things like that and banks and whatever, as it expands, it becomes more and more directly correlated to the macro sphere. A good example that you saw the last few weeks, up until about 2 weeks ago, the S&P just kept going straight up. We were still in a recession. It looks like we've been in a recession since like March or April. Things were still going straight up because the stock market is not the economy. And that's the same. You should ask yourself that too. Hey, why is it that the stock market is really good in a bad economy? That doesn't make sense. Stock market's not the economy. Look at Venezuela. When they went into massive, ridiculous hyperinflation, like Weimar Germany hyperinflation, stock market was crushing it nominally because they're printing so much money that it looked like stocks were going straight up. So you would say, well, wow, they're really winning. Well, they weren't winning, but they were kind of breaking even and everybody else was getting destroyed because of just currency creation. So you can have this really anomalous behavior in little bubble markets and little areas like the stock market that have nothing to do with the greater economy or Alice and Bob getting a job at the factory or just not having a job. Anyway, I digress. Oh, that's it. That's it then. It's time. Neil has spoken. We lost you, Brandon. We lost them audios.
No, it's time. I was waiting.
Oh,
Let's go behind the wall.
No. I mean, not no to that, but no to Benjamin Cohen. All right.
Yes.
That guy's such a douchebag. I read his stuff. He's just like, why do people listen to these dudes? You know why? I'll tell you why. Because people want to hear someone tell them they're going to be rich. That's all they want to hear. If we did that, we'd have 1 trillion followers.
Yay.
All we have to do is every day, let's just, oh wait, wasn't this going to be FU Friday?
Oh, crap. We missed it.
What?
No, we can still do it.
We can still do it behind the wall. Behind the wall, we're going to FU Monday Morning Live.
Oh, crap.
Oh, crap. But I mean, we might not say FU. You won't. I might.
I definitely probably won't.
I definitely probably will.